What's up, my dears? Today I want to show you how you can do well on your bar chart. This bar graph was given on October 21st for IELTS Task 1. So the graph below shows the participation of Australian children in sports outside school hours in 2014. So I want to write for this one so that you can see how to write well, properly or otherwise. So let's get started without further ado. I want to paraphrase this one because we have to paraphrase for introduction. All we have to do is paraphrase. Then I'm going to write an overall where I'll just give an overall view for this graph, and then I'll start body 1 and then body 2. So I hope you have this one near you so that you can compare while I'm writing. So let's get started. The bar chart illustrates the percentage of Australian school children who were engaged with sport activities outside of their school hours. So in 2014, that's what we have to do. Like, we have to just paraphrase and give this exactly the same meaning. What I did here, and I made some spelling mistakes, but I fixed up on the way. So I hope you can understand this, that it's natural that we can sometimes while typing I make a mistake. Anyway, so I'll write an overall view. As you can see, we have a huge disparity here. I have to mention these ones, and I'll mention these ones a little bit. So overall, there were huge disparities in the percentage of boys and girls in football and netball, whilst they were not much differences in swimming, basketball, and no sports. So as you can see that we have an overall here finished already. Now I'll move to body 1 where I'll just talk about these two. Then in the second one I'll talk about this and the other ones. So 20% of Australian school, 20% of Australian children, school boys participate in football, whereas less than 5% girls were engaged with this type of sport. So as you can see that's finished. Now I'll start with a netball where I'll say girls dominated netball with about 18%. In contrast here, so only approximately 2%, I should mention the lowest percentage in the chart of boys. Okay, now we have finished this two, and this ones was very clear. That's why I talked about this ones. And now I'll move to where swimming and basketball and no sports. In terms of swimming, well above 16% girls participated in this type of sport, whilst that figure for boys was about was about 13%. Was about 13%. Meanwhile, sorry about this. Meanwhile, the percentage of boys in basketball was nearly 8%, and that of female counterparts was lower by nearly 2%. So, okay, the rates of girls and boys who did not participate in any sport outside of school were 5% and about 4% respectively. Okay, now we have finished this one, and we have to try to describe it clearly as much as possible. While writing, I made a spelling mistakes, but I fixed up on the way, so I hope you could understand this one clearly. And yeah, I want to mention that we reached the 5,000 subscriber. That's awesome. I'm really glad about this. Thank you so much for your support, and every time you watch my videos, I really appreciate it. And I want to share that information with you along the journey, that it's really helpful, and I'm happy about this. The process going well. I hope you could understand that what we did is just we just use various grammar structures, we just use various vocabularies, and if you improve your vocabulary and if you watch some videos and try to write for yourself, I'm sure you can do it better. And here we have described this one clearly in the detail, that we used all the information given, and yeah, and I hope you could understand as well. If you have any questions, you can leave in the comments below, and you can contact me on via Instagram or Telegram or any WhatsApp you can use. And yeah, I hope it was helpful for you, and I'm glad that you found this one useful. And this was clearly given on the 21st October for IELTS Task 1 in Uzbekistan, in Tashkent. So thank you, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.